Hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi, and I'm Whitney,
And we are the Back Porch Mamas Fellowship. We're two mamas sharing real-life conversations about faith, motherhood, marriage, and homemaking with plenty of encouragement, laughter, and grace along the way. So grab your coffee
or sweet tea,
settle in, and be part of the community where faith and everyday life meet, because here there's always room for one more on the porch. Hello and welcome back. Whitney, how was your week?
It was good. We did our normal everyday routine around here. I got Sadie completely potty trained, I think, besides at night.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting because I'm tired of buying diapers. I went and I bought a giant pack of pull-ups. That way she could wear them at night. And I'm hoping that'll be the last pack of pull-ups I ever buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, I have some sad things going on. My uncle is in the hospital. He went into sepsis.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he had an infection in his kidney, like maybe kidney stones, and didn't know, but he said he started feeling really, really bad. So he called the emergency squad. So at least he was aware enough to be able to
in
do
his right mind. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still there, and we've been praying about that. And actually last night I told Sadie, I was like, Uncle Mark is in the hospital. And she said, is he sick? And I said, yeah, he's sick. We need to pray for him. And she held my hand and let me pray. And she said amen at the end. And I felt like that was powerful. I just knew in my heart of hearts that he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
After that prayer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. Speaking of the potty training, I am trying a new tactic because after trying to go through some potty training, we decided to take a break. But Luke, I think I told you, would go and hide his potty whenever I would ask him to sit down. Like he would
pick it up and take it somewhere?
Take it.
Oh, wow.
And hide it. So I made a sticker chart taking a page out of your book, and I made it just for when he sits on the potty. He doesn't have to pee on the potty, just to get him excited about sitting on the potty. So I showed him what we were gonna do. I sat on the potty because I had to go, and so I sat on the potty, and I was like, "Look, Mama sat on the potty." So I put a Bluey sticker on the sticker chart. I was like, "See, I sat on the potty. I get to put a sticker on there." I was like, "Do you want to sit on the potty to put a sticker on the chart?"
Right.
And it took him to the next day, and finally he was like, I wanna do it.
Oh, good.
And so he sat on the potty. Of course, we didn't pee, but that's okay. He was on the potty, so you got to put a sticker on. And then he got up and he walked around the bathroom. And then he was came back and was like, sit. I was like, okay, we can do it twice, but we're not doing it more than twice. So we currently only have those two stickers on there. But that's okay.
That's a good progress. That's what we did that too. At first, Sadie was just sitting there, and I would let her put a sticker on it regardless. If she sat on the potty, she put a sticker. That thing was full of stickers. Okay, there was 50 stickers, and she probably peed 20 times.
Oh,
by the end of the week.
Yeah.
But whatever made her happy and whatever made her familiar with sitting on the potty, was fine by me.
That's what I'm just trying to get to, because especially that he will hold it, he just doesn't want to sit on the potty to go. I'm trying to get him it's not scary to sit on the potty. No. We can do it. It's fine. Look, you get to put a sticker on the chart. So we're going to try that and see how that goes.
Yeah, that will definitely help, I think.
Yep. But otherwise, I feel like my week was just, the typical. Didn't do a whole lot. Oh, well, we did go out on the boat over this past weekend. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah. It was very warm here. So
it is hot.
Yeah.
I noticed that the river is extremely low right now too. Every time I drive over the bridge, have you seen it? You can see the ground in the river right now. Well, you don't live by the river.
Yeah, it's not low at our house. No. It's not low like that. Sometimes there are some crazy low tides, but
the bridge has not been like that. That portion of the river, the past 4 times I've passed it, going to church, has been I can see the ground.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I'm surprised you didn't notice. I guess maybe some parts of the river affect it differently.
Yeah. Because usually if the tide is really, really low, we'll see it on the other side of the bank. A lot of the bank is visible. Right. But I have not noticed that.
Maybe it's just maybe I'm just by chance.
I was going to say what time you come through, because if it's a low tide, then it is a possibility that you could see it. So
I thought it was because of the drought. That's my first, but I'm not a river expert. I know nothing. All I know is if I can see the ground, it's lower than normal.
Yeah, I mean, there are times where it's definitely lower than normal, but no, I haven't. In low tides, I haven't noticed a difference.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
Adam wants to go out on the boat, and I have no interest whatsoever. I do not want to go out on the boat. I don't like the
your boat is a little bit smaller.
It is. And it's a little bit like more dangerous. I've had a lot of bad boat experiences.
Yeah.
So I'm not the biggest fan. Like I'm totally fine with, I'm a land animal.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And Luke loved it. He did not want to take off the life jacket after we got back on to the house. He wanted to keep it on.
Yeah.
He wants to go fishing now. Like
good.
we got him a little kid fishing pole, and so he is all about fishing. Like each night he's like, fish.
Yeah. And you know, like when I was a kid, my dad took me fishing quite often, and we would always go bobber fishing. And we were always on a lake. So it's easy to bobber fish because your bobber's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And the river, it's hard to fish that way. And I really want to take Sadie to a lake to fish for her first time because you can catch those little brim and they can get the experience. Whereas I feel like when you fish in the river, it takes a little bit more skill.
We are not fishing.
Oh.
We are putting our fish in the water, but we have no hook.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a little bit too much uncertainty for a hook right now. So, quote unquote fishing. There is a fish in our
It's not real.
It's not real. And
good practice.
I have made that Nathan and Luke's thing.
Yeah.
That is something that they do because that helps them, have a bond, and then it gives me a little bit of time to myself. Whether I'm out there on the dock with them or not. Like it gives me some time to just breathe and relax and not have to be responsible mom for the moment.
Right.
So
although being out there kind of like gives me a little bit of anxiety with the running around and like possibly running off the edge. Sadie likes to run. So last time we were at your house and she was running around, I was like, I would rather, if we're going to be out there, just put your life jacket thing on. That way, if you do fall off, you won't drown.
Yeah.
Before I can get to you.
It's a good thing that Luke loves having his life jacket on because it has a handle that I can grab him with.
Right.
And everything. And then I'm not worried about him.
Oh, sorry. I just had an epiphany that I had to tell you about because we were sat here talking about the podcast and I was like, there was something I really wanted to say and the thought has eluded me. Okay. So I was talking to my grandmother on my phone. My grandma was like 91. And I was telling her that I made a blackberry pie. And this was days after the pie. And I was like, I love blackberry so much. It's like one of my favorite desserts. And I was like, I really wish I had a blackberry bush here and I could pick my own. And she was telling me about when she was a kid, she picked blackberries all the time. And her mom would like bake cobblers and stuff. And I was like, I really wanted one. And I was like, I was going to go to Lowe's. I was going to get one from Lowe's because it was on clearance.
Oh.
And I was like, but I didn't get it because I don't know why I didn't get it. I just didn't. And she was like, when you're meant to have a blackberry bush, you'll have a blackberry bush. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So the very next day I went to Boulevard Flowers, not to get a blackberry bush, but to get marigolds to put in my garden because I heard it keeps pests away.
Yeah.
I go and buy my marigolds and they have a giant playground. They got animals back there. So I bought my marigolds, put them in the car, and me and Sadie went to the playground. We left the playground. We're walking back, and this man is coming out of the fence, like behind the store. And I was like, I had Sadie. I was holding her hand. And we seen the blackberry bush. It was a ginormous blackberry bush. That thing was way taller than me and it was loaded.
Planted in the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
Planted in the ground. And I was like, oh, Sadie, look at this blackberry bush. Look at all these blackberries. And the man came out behind me and he was like, can you believe that? I planted it last year and it has gotten huge. And I was like, you know what? It's so funny. I was like, I have been looking for a blackberry bush and, but I haven't gotten one yet. And he was like, do you want one? He went back there. He said, I pulled this up the other day and I put it in this pot and I was going to take it home, but you can have it. And I was like, I don't have to pay for it. And he was like, no, just go put it in your car. And I had to call my grandma. As soon as I got in the car, I was like, you're not going to believe that. Yeah, I was like, you're not gonna believe it was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. I was so excited. So now it's outside. I haven't planted it in the yard yet because I'm kind of like, don't know really a lot about blackberry bushes, but
yeah, I did do some research.
Yes, but I was so excited, and I thought that was an interesting story because we just had the conversation the day before.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that makes me really want a blueberry bush.
Adam and I have tried blueberries multiple times, and we were not successful at all. I don't know what the problem was.
Oh wow! I wonder if there is some peculiar ways for needing to take care of a blueberry bush. I don't know. I haven't looked into it because I would just be afraid that the birds would eat all of our blueberries.
Right. I don't know what the problem was. I don't know if we weren't watering it enough or if it wasn't being pollinated correctly because I just don't know. But
I don't know. I wonder if blueberries are one of those things where you have to have two of them.
Yeah.
To cross-pollinate.
That's what because I think apple trees are like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted a Honeycrisp apple tree so bad.
But you have two.
Right. And then I was like, where am I going to put those? And then I was thinking about flies and bugs.
Yeah. My parents had 2 apple trees in our front yard when I was really young or before I was born. And they said that they loved getting the apples off of them, but they had so many bees and pests, the pollinators, which are good, the yellow jackets and all of those came around to get the fruit as well. So it was kind of a mixed blessing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, speaking of that, so our garden, we planted the strawberry plants and we got the one strawberry that grew and it turned red and then something came and got it.
Yeah.
So Nathan made a
cage.
Yes, a cage for it to help keep out with netting to keep out all of the pests, but to allow the bees to get in to be able to pollinate.
That's a good idea.
But you can lift it up its own hinges. So you can lift it up to pick your strawberries.
That's a really good idea. Yes. Yes. That is very exciting. Yeah. I haven't had that groundhog problem yet. I have a cat. We have cats, multiple cats in our neighborhood, and the cats have been pooping in my garden.
Oh,
but
no.
Is it gonna kill my plants? I don't know. But I've just been plucking them out of it.
I get really worried about it because you're not supposed to change cat litter when you're pregnant because it has bacteria and stuff in it. So I get really worried if it's in my garden because of bacteria that could touch your vegetables.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm also
you won't eat mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm very leery about stuff like that.
I'm not a fungal type of person.
I am not.
Keep your bacteria and fungus to yourself.
Not be touching my stuff.
I mean, you have to think about it like this. There's probably flies and bees that are throwing up and pooping on your vegetables.
Whitney, I don't mean to be here.
We can wash it.
Not to mention the fact that we use mushroom compost. And compost is probably some horse poo that I just planted my vegetables in.
Stuff so bad.
But I got it as mushroom compost. So to me, it just grew some mushrooms.
Yeah.
So that's all it was.
Do you put your hands in the dirt bare hands?
No.
Oh, you're supposed to. Did you know that? Did you know that when you get dirt under your hands, under your fingernails and on your hands, it's the same as an antidepressant.
I take my daily walk outside as my antidepressant, and that is all I need.
It's some type of bacteria in the dirt that's good for you.
They say that if you go outside barefoot, it is also the same thing. So I will just do the barefoot walking outside and
you need to put your toes in the manure.
I am not putting my toes in the manure. I have a big thing about being dirty. I can't do the dirtiness. Last podcast, we were talking about fasting, and you were talking about asking God to into your weight loss and into getting healthier. And I was just really struggling with that. I think because in my head, it wasn't just weight loss. It was about looking better. And all I could think was vanity. And I guess I was having an Ecclesiastes, right? That's where King Solomon is like everything
very negative.
Yeah, everything's vain. So yeah, I was having an Ecclesiastes moment. So I had to go home this past week and really like pray about it and do like some listening to other people. And I came across like just through listening to other things and like praying about it, I came across like the idea that it is not vain to try to be healthy. No. That, like, just because you want to look better, to like improve your mental state, like how you think about yourself, how you love yourself, and all of that, like that does not mean that it's vain. No. And that if I put it in like human terms, that like if Luke were to come to me and say like, Mom, I want to be healthier, like, will you help me? I'm not going to say no. Like, I'm not going to be like, that's so vain. Like, no, I'm not going to help you. Right. And like, if I went to my mom and was like, Mom, can you help? Like, can you be my accountability partner? I want to get healthier. My mom is not going to say that to me either. So why would God? Like,
right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he wants us to be healthy.
And the funny, maybe it was just an attack of the devil, because the funny part is I had gone to God in prayer about like my weight loss journey, especially when I was trying to lose all of the maternity weight. Like, when I had gained so much weight from being pregnant, I'd gone to God and asked for help. So I don't even know why. It must have just been an attack.
It could have been.
I don't know, because it was like, that's so vain. Why would I do?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see your point. And I probably would have thought that, you know, at some point in my life, but I don't feel that way. I feel like we can literally go to him with anything.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't matter as long as it's within his will. Yeah. You know? And being healthy is within his will. We're supposed to take care of our bodies.
Because our bodies are the temple of God. Yeah. And even like loving yourself, like you're called to love your neighbor like you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, then obviously you're not going to love your neighbor either.
Exactly. That is so true. Yeah.
So yeah, so I just had to like come back on here that like, maybe another mama is struggling like that, of like thinking that it is vanity and we should not be doing stuff like that. And so I just wanted to come back on and share my update from that. In case it might help another mama.
I have been actively praying for it every single night. Like every single night. I'm like, thank you for helping me so far with my fasting. Yeah. And please let me continue and have the strength and like, not that I don't have the strength, but it does take willpower to like fast for 16 hours and say no to certain things. And like when I'm fasting, I really don't have a lot of time for sweets, which is a really good thing. Yeah. Because that is probably one of my biggest downfalls. Yeah. Like I'm all about, and I like to cook. I like to bake. And yeah. So.
Yeah, it's, I think that, since I have come to this realization of like, it is okay to ask for help. I've been asking help with like not thinking about food, like not having it on my mind as much, because I can't do a long fast. Like I can do like 11 to 12 hours, but then after that, I start to feel like my emotional state, like everything feels very anxious to me, and I start to get like hangry. So I just know that I can't. Yeah. At least not at this stage in life. Like
I've had some days where I have felt like that. Like I don't know, like our bodies, like in certain phases of our cycle that it affects me differently. Like during certain phases of my cycle, like sometimes I'm not as easily be able to do it, you know?
Yeah. Like, and actually now that you mentioned that, I do remember when I was listening to a lady talking about fasting, that she said that she actually does not fast during a specific like time in the cycle because of your hormones and all of the stuff, that you need more energy like from food. Yeah. So yeah, now that you say that. So I feel like this past week, Luke and I have been having a little struggle of when I ask him to do something, he's too involved in like playing or doesn't want to like listen. Right. And I have been struggling with disciplining him. So I took a step back and decided that let's just try to do something fun. So I ended up chasing him like tiptoe style around the house with like Tickle Monster hands. and he would stop and turn around and look at me, and I would tickle him with my tickle monster hands. He started giggling, and it just was music in the house. It was little kid laughter music.
Yeah.
It just made me so happy. And it also made me realize that I should stop and see the joy more often.
Yes.
Just like finding joy in the little things. Like I have been taking a walk every day at lunchtime, and it has gotten very warm here.
Yes.
And sometimes I will be walking and I will just close my eyes and just feel the warm sunshine on my skin. And it's like, I just thank you, God, for like this beautiful day. I heard somebody describe this, like going around trying to find the glory of God or just joyful moments as a joy hunt to bring more positivity and gratitude into your life. And I really liked that concept. And so, yeah, when I heard Luke giggling and felt the warm sunshine, it just reminded me of that.
Yeah, it definitely feels good to hear your kids like laugh and to be actively playing with them. I try to do fun stuff. Like I try to come up with stuff for us to do because we're at home all day.
Yeah.
You know, so we get bored, and it's definitely like the joyous part of my day is when I just like let go of all the other things that are going on and just have fun with Sadie and like play in her world, not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's imaginary play, and then I'm not so good at that. But I'm all about like setting up a ton of fun things to do outside and playing in the water and stuff. Because it's been hot, like you said.
Yeah.
Playing in the water is like the best thing, and it wears her out, and she sleeps so good at night.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, where we don't have this much time.
Yeah.
So a lot of my time is spent doing the things that you're able to spread out off your day. I have a few hours in the evening or like an hour in the morning to work on. So it just...
That's a very short period of time.
Yeah, it's really very different in our household. So I am trying to get things done. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's just seriousness that like is then pushed on Luke. So getting that time to just stop and giggle is really nice.
Yeah, it definitely is. And it's so good for them. I feel like they love us more when we play with them. And like, I think they respect us more. I feel like they, like, I can actively notice that Sadie acts out when I don't pay her as much attention. Like if I'm preoccupied or like I've been trying to make videos and stuff, and I'm trying to do those things and I'm not giving her any attention, she starts to not listen to me.
Yeah.
But as soon as I put that stuff down and I play with her, she goes back to listening to me again.
It's I heard it as basically a bank, like a bank account. That when you put currency into this bank account, currency being the time that you 100% give your attention to your children and fill them up with that attention currency. But I do think that you're right, because then when you put that attention in, you've got a positive account. But when you have to discipline or you can't spend the time with them, it's taking money out of that account. Right. And you can't go negative. Like when you go negative, they're just going to turn off. So this coming Sunday is Pentecostal Sunday.
Yes.
And I don't know, does your church do anything special for it?
You know what? I don't know if they are or not. They haven't really mentioned anything, but he usually does talk about it because our church kind of leans towards Pentecostal.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they're going to do anything particularly special for us or not. Yeah, I feel like since I've been serving at church, I know a lot more about what's going on the kids side of things.
Oh, yeah.
Than I do about what's going on in the adults.
Yeah. I was asking because I knew that you said your church leans more Pentecostal. I know our church is saying that on Pentecostal Sunday, you should wear red.
Oh. So what is I
didn't really pay that much attention because it is also falling on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh. Oh, so I just looked it up. I Googled it. Wearing red on Pentecost Sunday symbolizes the descending of the Holy Spirit as tongues of fire. In Christian tradition, this vibrant color represents the fiery zeal, divine power, and the birth of the church. That's interesting.
So, but anyway, it is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And so we will not be in town to attend church. But I was scrolling through TikTok. By the way, if you are listening and you have a TikTok account, we have started the Back Porch Mamas Fellowship podcast TikTok. So you should follow us. Okay, after the plug. I was on TikTok and one of the ladies that I follow on there was talking about I believe it was actually Resurrection Sunday that she was talking this, but anyway, it applies to Pentecost Sunday because she was saying when we get to heaven, we have all of these questions for all of these people from the Old Testament, from Moses and like crossing, parting the seas, and Jonah with the belly of the whale, and like all of these people who did all of these amazing things or had these amazing experiences. Like, what was it like? But when we get to heaven, they are going to ask us, what was it like to live with the Holy Spirit?
Right.
And it made me think, like, what would I even say?
Yeah. I mean, it is, I actually looked that up at one point. Like, when Jesus died, does it cover the sins of all the people that lived before he died on the cross?
I think we talked about this when we were talking about John the Baptist, because isn't there saying that those, like, we are greater than John the Baptist because he didn't.
Yeah. I don't know. Sure. I will have to do a little research. Maybe we can touch back on that next week, and we'll read about it and try to figure it out, because I feel like, but then again, Moses had very good access to God. I mean, and Jonah did to a point, right?
Yeah.
Sort of. I don't think he appeared like he did to Moses, but he was talking to Jonah.
Yeah.
And he made the little plant grow. Yeah. I love that part of Jonah. It's like, it's just kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
What did he do? He got rid of it, or?
Yeah, he caused it to grow in a day and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a sense of humor for God.
We will have so many questions for them, and then they're going to have so many questions for us.
Yeah.
It's like, we definitely live in a time, I mean, the time that we live in right now is insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, I never imagined in the 90s when I was growing up as a kid that things would be the way that they are today. With AI, with the cell phones. I mean, we didn't even have smartphones when we were kids.
I feel like I imagined it more like the Jetsons.
Really? I did not. I was thinking that is like Fantasyland to me.
Obviously, it is still a bit fancy because we cannot ride around in like little helicopter-y vehicles.
Living in Space Needles.
Yeah.
But we're not far off.
Yeah.
And I just feel like things are a lot different.
Well, I think we might need to head off the porch now.
Yes, the kids are wilding out today. Yeah. They've had so much fun, though.
Yeah. They have. So I hope that you've enjoyed the time on the porch.
Yes. Thank you all for listening.
And we will see you next week.
Thanks for spending a little time with us on the porch today. We are so grateful you're here. We pray this episode encouraged your heart, lifted you right where you are, and brought a little more grace into your day. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to follow along, join the Facebook page, and share the episode with a fellow mama.
We'll be right here next week, saving you a seat. Same porch, same fellowship.